welcome to Secret Levels Podcast. This week's episode, you have the right to remain silent or get blown the fuck up.
I'm player one, Toby.
And I am player two, Goobs.
And we do a retro video game review show where we talk about a specific game. We talk about the history, the gameplay, fun facts. What else do we do, Goobs?
We give it a rage meter from 1 to 10. Like, do you want to take your Bluetooth speaker, shove it up your anus, and crank the volume up to 11 so you blow your anus out? Or you can not do that and not rage.
And then we like to give the game a rating from 1 to 10 on if we recommend that you should play it or not.
Or you should totally avoid it and throw it in the trash and continue on with your life.
And we have one that might be questionable today, Goobs.
Yeah, we do. But it's the month of Dismember.
December.
And we're playing games where people get ripped the fuck apart and blown the fuck up. Because that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we were real nice last year, had real fun playing Christmas games. This year, we want violence.
Yes, we want Santa to fall down that chimney and catch his fat fucking ass on fire. Maybe we'll take a nice big chunk of carcass meat and gnaw on it for a while, like Christmas jerky.
Ugh.
Ass meat.
Tastes like cookies.
Is that what Santa tastes like? I guess you are what you eat.
He's like, well, no, I taste like reindeer meat, and then you learn the sad truth that
his belly button's glowing.
That's pretty good. So we have a game that we found to play for this Dismember.
That you found.
I came across this game.
We need someone to blame for this.
Don't blame me. I found a game called Technocop.
Technocop.
So I think we should just go ahead and blow our way right into the details.
You say blow away or blow her away?
Now I don't even know what I said.
Let's get right to the deets.
So this game is called Technocop. It was released in 1990. It was developed by Gray Matter and Image Excel. It was published by Razorsoft. We played the Sega Genesis port.
I got really excited when I saw Razorsoft, only because it looked like the way like Hotline Miami is, like the black screen with the bright pink. I'm like, yo, this game's gonna be decent, man. It's like, it looks like Hotline Miami. Boy, was I mistaken.
Right. So this game was actually, before it was on Sega, it was released in 1988, the year that I was born. It was released on the Amiga, the Amstrad CPC, Apple II.
Leave Amiga for last, man. Come on.
Oh, I know. As soon as I was reading it off, I was like, ah.
You blew your wad way too soon.
I blew it. So it's also on the Apple II, the Atari ST, the Commodore 64, the MS-DOS, and the ZX Spectrum. I think these versions were published by US Gold. Now, if you'll remember, this is the same developer that also developed the Crackdown game that we played a long time ago. Like, for all the other systems.
That makes sense now.
Yes, because there's a lot of similarities, even though the gameplay is completely different. Like,
now that you mention it, yes, there is very much. It's very much like kind of the same but different.
Even at the very beginning of the game, it goes Technocop. And then at the beginning of Crackdown, it goes Crackdown. So yeah, it's really, really similar. But that's the US Gold, I think, had their hands in this, or in all these other versions, just like they did in the Crackdown game. This is a single player run and gun side scroller with
and jump.
Oh, you'll be jumping a lot. And then there's also a race-like quality, like you're racing a car, sort of.
Yeah, kind of like Top Gear, sort of. Outrun.
Yeah. So it's kind of got like two different styles of gaming in this, which is kind of neat, you would think. But, Goobs, there is a story.
Oh, I'd fucking love to hear this. Because you don't get it in the game.
In the 21st century, we live in a nuclear wasteland where society has fallen apart and the laws just don't matter anymore. Gangs of mutated goons called DOA have taken over.
Dicks or asses.
No. They call themselves DOA because if you cross any of them, you may just end up dead or alive.
On arrival.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking Dead on Arrival, but
that's what it's supposed to be.
Is it just the other game franchise that's Dead or Alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
But DOA is like an old military term.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was Dead on Arrival, but I kept seeing Dead or Alive, so I was like, okay, whatever. Anyways, you are the last surviving member of the Enforcers, a once elite crime-fighting legion. Now they call you Technocop. Technocop operates alone with the state-of-the-art firepower. The 95 Automag designed for internal explosion of human targets. Technocop is also armed with a tonaire snare gun?
I thought you were going to say a donaire.
No,
it's with a delicious treat.
Tonaire snare gun and a criminal target locator on his wrist. Technocop can't do this alone. No, he has the VMAX twin turbo interceptor vehicle.
Okay, the VMAX sounds like a sex toy.
This is his
you
car.
Want to take your pleasure to the VMAX? Stick it in and let the fun begin.
So, this baby can hit cruising speed of over 200 miles an hour.
This ain't helping the situation.
It's also equipped with an Apache side-mounted cannon to remove the enemies from your path. Could be sexual, too.
Yeah.
Your orders are to avenge the fallen society and take out the DOA. I hope this isn't your last mission, Technocop. That's what it says in the manual, I think. I read that somewhere.
Like a fucking bootleg RoboCop.
Okay, so this game should
how the fuck do you become a Technocop? You just listen to like the shitty like early 90s, late 80s like techno music like, oh shit, there's a cop. Oh wait, I got a great fucking idea here. It's like, you got the chocolate in my peanut butter. You got the techno in my cop.
I mean, like Mad Max is a cool like name for like, oh, that's Mad Max. But no one's going to be like, oh no, the Technocop. Like, well, I don't know. It is a little bit cornballish. So this game should take you about an hour to beat. And I couldn't find a set speedrun record for this one.
I guess we should, we got to do, Toby. Not do anything about that.
Yes, speedrun.com didn't have any speed records for this, so
that's how great this game is, folks.
Yeah. So, speaking of how great this game is, you want to talk about the gameplay?
Let's get right into that.
So, each level you start out in, you're in a driving mode. And like you were saying earlier, it's similar to Outrun. There's a couple of NES games that it's very similar to. Just
the forward driving games where you just go back and forth on the street pretty much. You try to stay on the road. Right.
Your car stays basically, the sprite stays right there while the foreground comes at you. So the goal is to go so many miles before the timer counts down, and you also have a cannon on your car.
Oh, that shoots water balloons.
Yeah, it does look like water balloons.
The side-mounted cannon over the passenger side shoots these big fucking red balls out of it. It's supposed to be like a cannon, like the Apache cannon, or whatever the fuck you said it was.
That's what it is.
And, it shoots big red balls out of it. Like, they're not even pointed missiles or anything. It's just big red balls. They remind me of, like, Indian rubber balls or, like, water balloons that you're just shooting out of or dodgeballs even.
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely dodgeballs now.
Yeah, they're
That's
definitely
funny.
dodgeballs now.
I'm gonna replay this and think dodgeballs the entire time. Actually, I'm not gonna replay this.
Well, you can fuck the shit out of cars out like with them.
Right. Yeah, you've got enemy cars. In the first level, you start out with just like motorcycles and maybe one or two cars that'll get in your
They can
way.
bump you off the road. You can bump them off the road. When you get bumped off the road, you really go off the road.
Right.
You spin out pretty hard, and then you have to go back into the center and continue on your grand mission.
Right, and you have to get like so many miles down the road, and it's got like a little thing where it shows you how many miles you have left. You have to do it before the timer's up, so that's why you need to avoid all the traffic. If you hold up, it'll speed up. You press down, it'll slow down. You got your fire button. Now you will get upgrades.
I tried to push a button. Did you try the same thing for gas when you first played this game?
Well, yeah.
We haven't played this game before. This is the first for both of us. It's game virginity.
Yeah, I definitely tried to hit a gas button, but then I found out, oh, you hold up, which it's cool. I'll give this credit for the driving portion. Once you get like the miles how fast you want to go, like the miles per hour, you don't have to hold up anymore. You can let off of it and it'll stay like, if you have it at 180, it'll stay at 180 miles per hour. So I thought that was pretty cool. You don't have to like try too hard. You don't have to let up off the gas. It'll just kind of cruise at that speed that you set it at, and then you can make it go faster.
VMAX has cruise control.
Apparently so. So later on in some of the later levels, you'll end up, there's other colored cars that'll get in your way, like a dark orange one. And then there's even semi-trucks that'll be in your way.
And then ones that have people on the back of it as well.
Yeah. Did they ever land on your car when they jumped off at you?
No.
I never once had one jump. Like, they would jump at me and they just, or whatever. So, yeah, I didn't know if that ever did anything.
They would just home alone when they jump at you?
Yeah. Yeah, they would. But yeah, like you said, their goal is to knock you off the road, to slow you down so you don't get your timer.
Since we're talking about the VMAX, we might as well talk about the upgrades you can get on it.
Yeah.
You can get hydraulic pistons that shoot out of your wheels that I didn't realize did anything at all when I was using them.
Yeah, they'll actually, if you bump into a car just right, that'll push them off of the road.
I found like I could push them just as well without them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're like little thrusting pistons on the side of your tires that go in and out constantly. Look like your car's trying to have sex with everyone.
Yeah, it's just trying to fuck everything that it drives by.
Just trying to get off here.
Just trying to get off a little bit.
You can get some turbo thrusters that made me feel like I'm going the same speed that I always was.
Yeah, well, okay, so you start out where you can only go like about 200, and then when you get that thruster, it makes it to where you can go like 230.
Still felt the same speed to me.
Yeah.
And then you can also get the upgraded cannon.
The nuke
so you get
cannon.
rapid fire.
Yep.
You shoot lots of dodgeballs.
Oh, yeah. You can. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. The rapid fire, which does help a lot when you're trying to shoot these fucking cars. And then you get the mini nuke.
The nuke.
Yep. And which you only get like 5 or 6 nuke missiles, and they don't replenish after each level.
No, you get unlimited dodgeballs.
And could you imagine that car just packed to the brim full of dodgeballs?
There's just like a hole in the roof, like like those mail delivery systems where you shove the canister in the tube. It's like you're just like sticking these balls in as you're trying to drive.
That's all I want to imagine now. I don't want to imagine anything else. Now, so the bottom of the screen looks kind of like a car dashboard. It shows you your RPMs on the far left. Next to that, it shows you the miles per hour. And then it's got your score underneath that. Then on the far right, it tells you how much time you have left and how far you have left to go. And once you get to your spot, it'll start beeping and it'll automatically slow you down and pull you over just into the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
There's no, you go into like a little apartment or cityscape or whatever, but there's no signs of that whatsoever on this road. You're driving down a desolate highway for the most part.
Yeah, that you never have any scenery during the driving scenes. It's
besides
just
trees, road, and sand.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you pull over, and then when you cut to the next scene and you're on foot, you're like in a city. It makes no fucking sense. Now when you do turn off to the road, it'll show you a picture of the enemy that you need to either kill or capture or whatever you want to do. So those are the enemies.
Or you just kill them all. It doesn't really fucking matter.
You know what? Yeah, it ends up not mattering at all. But now we're going to talk about the second part of the game. So
the side-scrolling aspect.
Yeah, so this is where you're on foot. You have to go through these buildings, and you have to go up and down these fucking elevators and find the floor that the boss is on. And when
holes in the floor and all sorts of shit.
There's countless fucking enemies that you have to try to get through. Countless.
Including children that you can shoot in the fucking face.
So I picked this game just because I saw a clip of this game, and the first clip I saw was he just blasted away the kid. And I was like, what the fuck is this game? You do lose points if you kill the kid or the grandma, because there's a grandma pushing a little baby stroller around too.
You can still kill the kid.
Yes, you can.
They made that choice in development that you can shoot a kid.
I mean, this is 88 when this game was originally developed, so it was a different time. Killing kids was not a big deal.
Yeah, but on the other hand, like, this character here, I was joking around with you before how he looked like a budget Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson in his game was saving children. Because this character kind of looks like Michael Jackson, but like a very, very much white Michael Jackson back in the day. Back when Michael Jackson was not white in the 90s. And yeah, in this game, you can fucking just blow them right away. It's fucking crazy. They don't explode into big piles of blood like the other enemies do. But still, you can still do it.
Yeah, let's talk about that too, because when you shoot the enemies, remember in the description or the story that I told you, he has these special bullets that make people explode from the inside. Except it takes like 6 shots to kill anyone, and then when you do kill them, they fucking just blow up, and it's
their
bloody
arms and legs,
gory.
like, they dismember.
They sure do, and it's pretty gruesome for...
Yeah, they just turn into a pile of fucking ground beef pretty much when you shoot them. They just, like, implode. I actually kind of like that animation.
Yeah, it's not so bad. It's the only animation for any of the enemy deaths. So it's not like you get anything to mix it up. It's the same animation always and always. So after 11 or 12 levels of this, it kind of loses its charm.
Yeah, you just end up jumping through everything.
Yeah. So like I said, it gives you a indicator that lets you know, like, if you need to kill or take the boss alive. Now this will help you get promoted in your rankings, which the story says that you're the last cop, so I don't know why you're getting promoted. I would think
who's promoting you if you're the last one?
Yeah, but we're not going to pay attention to the story, are we?
Oh, so they didn't give us any to begin with. All I know is I'm a Michael Jackson wannabe driving through the desert and going into barren wasteland hotels and shooting kids.
And grandmas.
And people with mohawks.
So the buttons for the walking around portion, you can shoot your gun, you can duck and shoot, you can jump, and it doesn't matter. As soon as you hit
the jump is crazy.
The jump is the exact same distance and arc and height every single time.
You like jump, you do a flip and land. It covers a lot of distance, so if like you don't want to like fuck with anyone, just keep doing that, and you're gonna be okay.
Well, you do have a stamina bar, so you can jump.
See, I didn't realize that. I just kept on jumping.
You'll run out of stamina after about 3 or 4 jumps in a row, and it comes back pretty quick though. So you probably didn't notice because of how quick it came back. Now, if you press the C button, instead of like shooting, you have your gun. If you press the C button, this is how you will change to the net gun. And this is how you will capture enemies instead of shooting them and making them into hamburger meat.
Yeah, it just wraps them right up like Spider-Man.
Yeah. But did you notice that like you had a very limited amount of those?
No, I rarely use that, to be honest with you. Only for the bosses I had to, and then pretty much I just use my gun.
I was trying to be a hero, and I was just trying to capture all the bad guys, and after about the 3rd one, it was just out. So I had to switch back to the gun and blow everyone up. Yep.
That's bullshit. Why can't you be a pacifist cop in the future?
That's what I was wanting to do, but whatever. So you can also find items scattered throughout these levels. I'm not sure what they do besides give you points. I never notice any of my health coming back or any extra lives, but like you'll
No,
pick
I
up
didn't find health coming back at all. You can grab like random shit like money bags, CD
TVs.
players,
Yeah.
children.
Yeah,
Children in cages.
You can save the children in the cages. You can save the old woman that's hanging upside down. Did you see those? But you don't have to. It's not even a requirement. So I don't know what all that's
Technocop cares not for these.
I guess. When you're on foot, just like, you have the dashboard in the car scene, at the bottom of the screen, you have a Pip-Boy looking device. If you've ever played the Fallout games, it looks like a Pip-Boy. It's a computer with the target's name, age, and weight, and you can always see your arm. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely is. And some of the pictures that you see that the bosses look like are like what the fuck am I looking at right now?
I hope those are the developers. Like, I really hope those are all the developers.
Like the one guy has a Jason mask on. Like some of them are just totally random. They look like bad guys from Dick Tracy.
Yeah, they do. Under like where it shows you their name, their age, their weight, it shows you how many lives you have left, and you start with 5 lives, and then it's got a health bar below that. In the middle, you have a clock of how long you have left before the bad guys escape.
And that time goes fast.
It does, and that it's not your normal timer. It's a sped up timer.
It's future time.
Future time.
21st century time.
So you do have the stamina meter underneath that Goobs didn't notice, and like I said, you can only jump so much. And then on the far right, you have the points. And highlighted in red is where it says the gun or the net that you have selected, so you don't get lost and forget which one you have selected.
Yeah, everything's probably laid out for you pretty nicely.
Yeah, it's got a pretty decent layout.
They love their layouts because there's a layout in Crackdown as well.
There is, isn't there? It's very similar. Huh. Weird. While walking around, you'll encounter different enemies, which they all look pretty similar. Like you said, they have mohawks. Not a lot of variety, unless
they don't change colors at all.
No, they don't change colors. Now, they do different things. Like, some may have, like, a mace that they're swinging at you. Some will throw, like, knives or throwing stars.
A machete or something.
They've got whips.
They got nays.
You're good. I got that one.
I got that from my kid. Thanks, Sam. And shout outs to Jenny Bean for delivering him successfully to this world. That's your one shout out this episode.
There's your one.
We got our fucking fuck trophy.
Goobs has been laid at least once.
The boys in Discord, that's for you boys too, because they'll get a kick out of that. Join our Discord. We'll talk about that later on in this episode.
So did you, how did you find fighting the enemies? Let's talk about this.
We just shoot them in the fucking face whenever you see them coming.
Yeah, but did they ever have the quick draw on you and just fucking murder you? Really?
Oh, yeah. Well, especially because there's what are they, rats or ferrets or something?
Oh, the fucking rats and the running children.
Yeah, see, the children, you gotta kill them when you see them because they'll run and stamp on your foot like cocksucker, like little bastards. They'll run and just stomp on your toes, and you do the classic jump on one foot, oh.
Yeah.
It's what is this doing in this game?
The rats do that, and the kids do that.
Technocop should not be hurt by that.
No, the rats do that, and the kids do that, and you can't do anything. You're stun locked for a second, and then the enemies will come up and just start whipping you to death and just whoop your fucking ass.
Or throwing their projectiles, doing whatever they want to you.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll put a ball gag in your mouth so you're quiet.
So, like we said, if you kill the kids, the running ones or the ones that are just doing jumping jacks or whatever they're doing, you do lose points. Don't shoot the grandmas, don't shoot the kids. It doesn't matter how big of a bastard they are. You will lose points.
Yeah, just do whatever you want pretty much as your Technocop. Technocop don't give a fuck.
No, he doesn't. Now, what about the women that are sitting around in these buildings?
Oh, the Charlottes, Harlequins.
None of them, they're just comfortably sitting in these chairs.
Yeah,
while
you can't even like touch them or anything.
there was a couple of them. So when you press down, that's how you pick up the items. And there would be a few times where I'd press down beside them, and it would you would hear the item noise, like you picked up an item.
Oh.
So I don't know if you were like reaching up their dresses or
You gained +1 herpes.
I don't know what the deal was with that, but every once in a while
I left them alone because I'm a good boy. I don't want to be a dirty boy, so I just I saw they looked like they had a hard life, so I just let them be.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's how you pick up the items that we don't know what they do because nothing ever changed except you got more points. And yeah, you just duck and get them. Did you spend 90% of the game holding down and ducking and shooting?
No, I spent 90% of the game jumping.
Oh, see, when I like the first 4 or 5 levels, I was trying to attack everyone, and then that's when I realized, I can just jump over these bastards and just keep moving forward.
Yeah, I realized pretty quick after my first playthrough, I can just jump over half of everything and avoid shit. So, hey, if the game's gonna let me do it, I'm gonna exploit it.
Did you have trouble with the elevators?
Oh, fuck yeah. Especially when there's multiple floors. I don't know how to fucking stop on a floor.
I was pressing all the buttons to try to... Like, when I knew there was a floor I needed to stop on, I'd just start pushing all the buttons because it never made sense.
That's what I would do. I pushed, down CBA, and then, it would stop. I'm like, okay, I just gotta push everything I can.
Well, and then if you were, getting in the elevator and you were holding up to go up or holding down to go down, if you held it for too long, it would stop you at the next floor. Did you notice that?
Yep.
There was no rhyme or reason to how you made the elevator stop.
Sometimes there's multi-shaft elevators in this game as well. They'll go, maybe 5 floors, in the later levels, where you can go up or down. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, there's the puzzle quality of it, of, searching through these levels and going up and down the elevators, it was fine. I don't have any problem with that. I think they should have added some stairs and some other things, but it wasn't terrible for a game that was, originally made in '88.
Yeah.
So
elevators and broken boards. Tons of broken boards to jump over.
Yeah, you'll be jumping over lots of holes and stuff.
It's gonna take a lot of time to find the bosses too, for if you haven't played this game before, like us.
Right.
Because they could be absolutely anywhere, and sometimes they're magicians that pop out of nowhere.
Yeah. So each of the boss has a different gimmick. So some of the bosses, there's one that is a magician, and he'll just fucking appear and disappear, and you have to try to shoot him, or no, you have to catch that one. I think whichever it is, he's disappearing all across, all around the map. If you don't do it in a timely manner, or if they kill you, they escape.
Yep.
So
you got to go to the next level.
Yeah, it doesn't punish you.
So no consequences at all. You don't rank up, which who cares because you're the last cop alive. And
right.
then just go on to the next area.
Yeah. You know what I did notice? If you just walked into the building and it would start the timer, you could just sit there for the 4 or 5 minutes that the timer was going, and once it was up, you can just turn around and walk out.
Oh, dude, this is going to be your way we're going to get that speed run record.
I don't know if that's going to be so speedy, but yeah, we could do it like that. Did you notice that some of the bosses were in wheelchairs and stuff, and if you didn't duck, you couldn't kill them? You just would shoot over their heads?
I honestly didn't see half the bosses because I would shoot, as soon as I heard, you get this noise, the same noise you get when you pull over on the road, when you're done driving.
Yeah.
You get that ding ding, and you hear that again, so I'm like, okay, the boss is here, so I just start firing or shooting my net, and all I would see was a gun half the time, and they'd be fucking done.
Yeah. I will say that
the bosses are pretty easy to kill.
Yeah, they're just as easy as any of the other enemies, and they do usually have their own unique animations for when they die. So I got to give them a little bit of credit right there, because I was bitching about it earlier, but yeah, the guy in the wheelchair doesn't look the same as the other guys that are turned into
There's some guys floating around, looks like a fucking ghost, and then the final boss, spoilers, is a big mech with rockets that you can take him out in pretty much 2 shots.
Yeah.
You just walk up, bang, bang, see you later. You win the game.
Yep. So I specifically had trouble, like I said, with the one in the wheelchair, and I think that was on stage 6. And then on stage 7, I messaged you and I said, there's a part that I found where it was perfectly timed to where the rats would spawn and it would stun lock you, and it took me so long to jump out of that little stun lock. Like, I didn't get to fight the boss because I ran out of time. Because as soon as a rat would appear, it would hit me, stun lock me, and as soon as I was out of my stun lock, there was already another rat hitting me. It was perfectly
trapped
timed.
in a death triangle.
It sucked. So I was locked there for too long, and I didn't get to fight that enemy. So I just moved on. I don't know if you found that specific spot at all.
No, I didn't get stun lock like that.
Okay. And there's a couple of spots where you will get stun locked because
I did get fucked quite a few times by children and or rats.
Well, and then you'll get tag teamed by some of the gentlemen in this game. They'll get on one side of each. They'll get on each side of you and just
tag teaming you,
getting you good from both ends.
There you go, Willie. You got a couple of them right there, buddy. Just shout out all of our friends on this episode. It's December. It's time for giving limbs.
So, you know what we love talking about on the show is the video game music.
Okay, I got one thing to say about that in this game.
Yeah?
The opening song, when I first booted this game up, had promise.
Had a lot of promise. It was so gnarly.
It's badass. Like, it's a really good song. Like, I hear like the nice synth beats going on in the background. I'm like, yo, that's what really brought me back to Hotline Miami. First I saw like the pink lighting, and then I hear this song, I'm like, okay, this game is gonna be fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that same feeling.
That was the last song we heard until the fucking end of the game.
Now, if you die, there's also a song that happens when you die, too. Like when you lose all your lives.
But yeah. Other than that, when you're driving, no music. I guess your car the VMAX has no radio. Even though you pick up boom boxes in the fucking, in the levels, no music coming out of them.
Nope.
So, I don't know if it's supposed to make you feel like, oh, I'm in a desolate environment or whatever. But even Fallout has fucking music. Like, every game has music. This has no music, and it very upset me. I listen to my own music when I was playing this game, of course, because that's what I do, but yeah, I was very, very disappointed in the fact that the music, especially, came off on such a high note. It was, heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching, butt-wrenching.
The sound effects weren't even really that good, either.
That's the sound effects.
Yeah, it just... Yeah, and then the elevator moving up.
There, that's all the sound effects in this game. We did all by our mouth.
Just like we do a lot of things. But yeah, there's not much in this.
Phrasing.
The ending song's pretty cool. The death song's pretty cool. This would have been one of the things that might have helped save the quality of this game.
Dude, if I had some like banging like synth tracks while I was playing this to make me feel the vibe of the era, it would have added like so much to this game.
Right.
Like, I'm a dirty grime cop going around killing these DOA fuckers right now and got this crazy music playing. But no. Like, someone needs to go back and re-edit this game and put some fucking music in it.
I really think that would improve this a lot.
Hell yeah. It would change my outlook on it like at least 10%.
Because I feel like there's a lot of games...
Make it decent at best.
I feel like there's a lot of games that trick you into, like, this is a good game because of how good the music is. Like, I feel like it just goes hand in hand. And this one, you didn't have that music to trick you, so you're like, yeah, this game.
Yeah. Lot to be desired in the music department.
Yeah. And like I said, you know, it had a cool gimmick of like you do a car scene and then you're on foot. But there just was nothing to be like, yeah.
Could have some cool car music, like this game could have been a Knight Rider game. Put the cool Knight Rider song on it.
Oh yeah, it could have.
It definitely could have been. Like, you're in a car half the time, a futuristic car, and then, like, you just be walking around punching people in the face.
I like it. So, Goobs, aren't you like a super mega fan of Knight Rider?
Oh, fuck yes, I love that car.
That's your favorite car of all times. Like, I know you did a list of like your top 10 favorite cars, and that was at the top.
If it's kit, I can make it fit.
You have a model car or something that you did? Do you got that still?
Yeah, here, man, let me go grab it for you. I built it myself back when I was 3.
Oh, geez, man.
I was advanced. Maybe that's why I can't talk so well, because of fucking all the glue I use for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're like, what, 52? So that's like a 49-year-old model car?
Yeah, why don't you go fuck yourself? I'll be right back.
Oh, my bad.
I like your fucking poster of David Hasselhoff on the wall there. Why don't you fucking stroke that for a while, asshole?
You don't have to tell everyone about my David Hasselhoff. Just go get the car. I want to see it.
I'll be back.
Oh, beautiful David Hasselhoff. I'm sorry that he said anything negative to you. You're the best poster I've ever had. Don't listen to him. He's a nobody. You're beautiful. David? Is that you? Are you speaking to me?
Don't hassle the Hoff, motherfucker.
Oh, damn it. Is this Goob's Genie?
Yes, I'm talking out of his briefs.
God dang it.
I'm the whitey on Baywatch Hasselhoff, but I am.
That's the best Hasselhoff. Come on. That's the one I would Hasselhoff.
Why did you provoke me to come out of these undies?
Well, not me undies.
Not a sponsor. Ooh.
No. Well, I mean, I was just rubbing this poster and admiring it, but while you're here, have you ever heard of this game Technocop?
Oh, yes, I've heard of the drizzling shits of Technocop.
Yeah? What do you think of it?
Oh, decent at best. Ooh.
Okay. Well, is there anything to make this game better? Like, I mean, we've just talked about how there's no fucking music. It's kind of... The gameplay's just really repetitive.
And there's no health. Ooh.
God, you can't regain your health. Is there something you can do to make this better? Is there a code for music or something?
Oh, there definitely is. I hope your fingers and your mind and your ears and eyes are ready.
I'm ready.
Hope
I'm so
everything,
ready.
including Uranus. Ooh, every orifice.
Hasselhoff's ready too.
Genie likes them all. So enter the following code at the pause screen. You should hear Technocop and confirmation, and your health should be refilled. So you gotta push C. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. A. Ooh.
Okay, that's it.
B. Oh. Google Genie needs to work on his calisthenics. Ooh. A. Ooh. So you do that in that exact order while taking a deep breath, and you will get your health refilled. Ooh, just like when I see David Hasselhoff's pubic hair.
Hey, you lay off my Hasselhoff. You know what? Get out of here, Goobs Genie. That code sucks. It didn't make the game any better. Fuck it. Go back into the poster.
You're a cheater.
Yes, that's what the game says when you beat the game and you cheat. Shut up. Go away.
Here's my nice model. Oh, fuck sakes. No.
Did you drop it?
My most cherished fucking thing from my childhood. Smashed into a million pieces.
What? Are you gonna be okay?
Let's get the fun facts. Damn it.
Okay, maybe this will cheer you up, Goobs, because we are going to play our favorite, your favorite game show. The nation's favorite game show.
How much does it cost?
So, Goobs, this is where you're going to try to figure out the North American. No, it's American, isn't it? It's just American dollars. USD.
Ducats.
You're going to try to figure out how many ducats this damn game is. And as always, we start out with a loosey-goosey copy of the game. That means there's no manual, there's no box, it's just a nice, pristine copy with the label not all jacked up. How much would you pay for the Sega Genesis?
I've never heard
Technocop
or seen of this game before, so it might be a little like it might have been a low run game. This is my train of thought, so I'm gonna say 25 ducats.
25. Now we have the $5 rule. If Boobs
up or down.
If he's within $5, he still gets it correct because we were too hard on him in the past when he had to guess the exact dollar.
I would have to go write a poem in my own blood in the bathtub because I would get it wrong quite a bit. So Toby's like, he needs to save his blood, so...
he's getting real pale and white, and I was worried about him.
I'm pale and white anyways. I'm Canada. I live indoors. It's snowing all the time.
And you're hiding from mooses.
Yes, mises.
Yeah, what is the plural of moose?
I don't know.
Mice? Anyway, so you said $25 for a loose copy of Technocop.
Technocop.
Yes, I did.
All right, it goes for $12.
Shit.
Yep, so you were wrong. Now, we are going to...
I know you say that so nonchalantly, you cocksucker.
So now we're going to be talking closed-in box, CIB as the hip kids say. This means you get the nice Sega clamshell case, you get the manual, and you get the game cartridge. How much are you going to pay?
VMAX diecast cars, does that come with it?
No.
Damn it. I'm gonna stick with my 25.
You're going 25.
Because it's normally double for a Sega, so...
You know what's really funny, Goops? With the $5, you missed it by $1.
God damn it.
I was finding that it was trending for $31.
Shit.
So you got them both wrong. Thanks for playing.
You're welcome, everyone.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to some other fun facts, which I don't have a lot for this. Because I don't really think this was a very popular game. I've never heard of it until...
And no one's going to listen to this episode because it's not a popular game. And I hope you do. And we thank every single one of you for listening to it.
We love the true listeners that love hearing of these weird-ass games. And this is for sure one of them. So...
These are our favorite things to do, by the way.
Yeah, we like the obscure games rather than the mainstream popular games. So,
like all games, Toby, fuck off. Don't try to push listeners away.
Come back. I'm sorry. I do like some popular games.
He'll give you all mouth loving.
Mouth hugs. So this was the first game on the Genesis to have a warning label due to its violent content. Now, we talked a little bit about that last episode with the Mortal Kombat stuff. So this is really interesting that this was the first.
Oh, so Mortal Kombat started it. Didn't Mortal Kombat come out later than this, though?
I think so. Because, hold on, this came out in 88 and then was released on Sega.
No, it was released in 90, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was on everything else in 88 and then released on Sega Genesis in the 90s, or in 1990. So, 2 years before Mortal Kombat.
Oh, so this should have been getting all the hype.
Yeah, for sure. If this would have been a better game, it sure fucking would have been the one that got all the hype. This could have been the reason for the ESRB. If you want to hear some history on Mortal Kombat and the ESRB, go listen to our last episode.
Do it or else we'll dismember you.
Dismember December.
No, we'll just give you mouth hugs.
Mouth hugs.
So
The cheat.
The cheat. So there was a NES version that was being developed by Probe Software and was supposed to release in 1992 by
Is it called
Tengen.
Elevator Action?
Yeah, it was going to be released by Tengen, which is funny because we talked about Tengen a little bit and some of their legal disputes in our Tetris and Dr. Mario episode.
Two episodes ago. Go check that episode.
Yeah.
I was going to start to show down old episodes.
But like I said, this is when they started having their legal issues. So I think that's probably what stopped them from making this game. And also, I don't think it would have got cleared on Nintendo just because of how ultra violent it was.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
not on the family fun friendly system.
Well, Chiller did release on the NES, so
That is true. That is true. There was a couple that squeaked by. Computer Gaming World gave the game a positive review, saying, despite occasional boredom in the driving segment, the game is extremely absorbing.
how much were they paid?
Yeah, exactly. Because that used to happen quite a bit. Gaming companies would pay magazines for their good reviews.
Or give them a whole bunch of shit and
Yes.
treat them nicely.
So imagine Excel, the company that helped develop this game, ended up becoming Rockstar Toronto. After, they had a few other name changes, but they are now Rockstar Toronto.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Moving on up.
That's like an hour away from me.
No, you should go fucking burn down their building and be like, this is for Technocop.
This is now evidence.
Maybe don't go do that. I learned it from Technocop.
I learned it from a Texan.
So if you do use that cheat code where you can get all your lives and health back.
What cheat code are you talking about?
It's just terrible cheat code.
Okay.
It says that there it says no ending for you, buddy. And it says something because you cheated. So yeah, don't cheat.
Oh, so you don't get to see Buddy shove someone into a jail cell?
No. If you beat it without cheating, it just says you beat the DOA, and it shows you one single picture of your character with someone under arrest, and it has credits rolling over it. And the reward, I think, for beating this game is you get music at the end.
Yes. And there's like decent music too.
Yeah. The ending music and the beginning music and the death music are pretty killer. It's just there's no music in between.
I just wish they filled it out more. This whole episode's been a rage meter, by the way.
Well, speaking of...
It's time to fucking rage!
Oh, come on!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, December.
Snap into Dismember!
So this is the rage meter where we rage and we give it a 1 to 10 on how pissed off this game made us. 10 being it made us fucking explode out of our ears like a Technocop bullet. And 1 being, it was nice and easy. It was like being tickled by a feather.
I'll pick it back up next episode, folks. Thanks for filling in for that, Toby.
I tried. I wanted to try, so I did.
You gave it your best.
And it wasn't good enough.
I'm tapping you on the head.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us what your rage meter is?
The rage meter on this game. Well, I'll describe my feelings first.
Okay.
So going into this game for the first time, I'm like, okay, what am I getting into? No storyline whatsoever, so that's a point. Going through, okay, well, it's a driving simulator. Sweet. Like, we drive around and we shoot fucking water balloons or dodgeballs at people. Like, okay, I can get behind this. Oh, there's a little meter. I have to catch this guy. Okay, I'm pulling over into a desolate area on the side of the desert, and all of a sudden I'm inside of a building. Okay, so that's a point, because there's no linear description between those. It's just like, okay, if I'm in this one place, now I'm in another. And then you go into the building, and the first thing you can do is shoot a child in the face. So, like, okay, this is gonna be something else.
Yeah.
And then all the enemies are very generic in this game. I'm just giving an overall fucking review at this point.
It's hard to separate them. It really is at this point. It is.
So the rats would like jump on you. Anything that's stun locked to you, the kids or the rats, that's a major piss off. You can fall, like, your jump, you cannot time correctly sometimes. Sometimes there's shorter distances you have to jump, so you gotta jump back further instead of, like, just pushing the button lightly as you do in other games that we play. So you gotta really distance your jumps in this. You can fall down quite a few levels. And in the later stages of this game, you can fall down quite a lot. And the elevators, you can go up or down, and you don't know when to fucking stop. The bosses, I expect it to be a big grand battle. You just get fucked up sometimes. And I hate when the people come out with the whips and the fucking
The mates.
throwing knives. Yeah, if you're stun locked, you're completely fucked. Going through the buildings is not that much fun.
It's repetitive.
Yeah, it's really, really, really repetitive. You're pretty much playing the same two things over and over and over again. It's a definition of insanity. I'm gonna give this a 7.5. No, 8. 8 on the rage meter. I always raise it up a 0.5. I just, I say something and then, in my mind, I'm like, nope, it's higher than that.
You get that last minute of, you know what, I'm pissed even a little bit more.
I gotta save some stuff, even though I said some shit, I need to save some for the rest of it.
Yeah. Well, first off, for my rage meter, I'm gonna say no music. And it has worse sound effects than Home Alone for Super Nintendo, I think.
That could work into your review as well.
I know. The controls are a train wreck. I feel like they're clunky and slow. It feels like... did you ever play that game called Out of This World for the
Yes.
Super Nintendo? It's got the same kind of moving mechanics. Like when you duck, it's like a 3 or 4 sprite change. It's not smooth. It's not just down. If you hit down,
Everything's slow. Your jump, your duck, your shooting.
Yes, and I think the enemies are way too fast compared to your character, and you're too slow. You're too slow. Just even the ducking slow, the running, the trying to walk past them slow or jumping slow. It's a disaster. The driving levels are annoying, although I do like that you don't have to hold up the entire time. I think it sucks.
Toby, I think it sucks.
I think just the driving levels suck. I mean, the enemy there's nothing else in the damn background. You're seeing the same things over and over in the same 3 vehicles, and it irritates you because
it's also the same buildings you're going into too.
Yeah, there's no changes to any of the environments. It's really, really lazy.
I'm jumping on Toby's fucking rage meter now.
And okay, I gave some kudos to the little display at the bottom, but you're looking at your goddamn arm the entire time. It gets fucking old. Put your goddamn arm down, and maybe you'd be able to shoot the fucking gun a little faster. I just feel like there's gotta... You fucking holding your arm there. It's just annoying. It's not a very good looking game. Even the gore is really cool.
Well,
at
we're
first.
talking about 90s here. It's not that bad looking for the 90s.
It just doesn't. It didn't age well. It's
no, definitely not. But
this did not
back in the
age.
day, you might have been like, whoa.
Well, and then they used the same sprite for the gore over and over. Everything was just over and over. Everything just kept repeating itself. Whether it's the goddamn roads, the goddamn enemies, the goddamn rats that are running at you. The buildings are the same. The enemies are the only thing that changed slightly. But then
the stun lock.
Oh, this fucking stun lock. Don't get me started.
I'm trying to.
I don't know. A lot of this loses its charm after you've seen it for 30 fucking times in a row, and then you're not even halfway through it, so you have to see it 900 fucking times in a row.
Top it all off, the cherry on the motherfucking shit cake. No continues.
You know what? There's a fucking even shittier cherry at the top. No fucking music. I made a no music sandwich out of this. I started off with being pissed about no music. I ended this fucking thing with no fucking music. I'm giving this bitch an 8.
So we matched there.
We matched.
We're raging just as hard. We've got rage boners of 8.
Well, they're small rage boners, but yes, they both are equally the same.
They're girthy though.
They were pretty girthy. But let's take our girthies and put it away and let's chill out and
girthy.
Let's rate the game from 1 to 10. What do we think overall this game is? Would we recommend it to anyone nowadays? Is it worth going back?
The
and
whole
playing?
episode we're shitting all over the game. I don't think we have anything left to say about this game at this point.
Okay. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. No music. The sound effects sucked. Same sprites over and over. Bad driving parts that were fucking boring. The cheap ass rats and kids were impossible to dodge. unless you shot the kids and then you felt like an asshole. I felt the need to just leave each level rather than search each room to find all the other stuff. So, like, I'd go find the boss, but then I wouldn't go find all the extra goodies because there's no fucking reason to. There was nothing.
Time constraint, too.
Yeah. And you had enough time afterwards. You could explore the whole building after you kill the boss or capture him. But you were just like, I need out of this fucking building so these goddamn rats will stop stun locking me. The spawn rate of the enemies is annoying. The controls...
You couldn't really shoot the rats. They're really down low.
Yeah, they're on the ground.
You gotta jump over them.
The spawn rates of the enemies are fucking annoying. They just keep coming out of the doors from the backgrounds. The controls suck so much balls, like I said a minute ago. Now, overall, I think this could have been a really cool game. I just feel that this is what I honestly feel. I feel like this game had ideas that were ahead of its time. And I feel like that's what made it suffer, is because they didn't have the right technology. Like, if this would have been made in 93 or 94, it may have been fucking awesome. But I just think it was developed too soon, and I think the developers were still learning, especially since this was a different kind of game altogether. If it wasn't released in 88 and 90, I think it would have been a good game. So, this game, I'm going to only give it a 4. Because it has some cool ideas that I thought were cool. I like that you have the driving aspect. I like the on foot wouldn't be so bad if the controls were better. And there was like different things on the floors. Like it wasn't just fucking hallways and stuff.
Yeah, you're pretty much in the same building but bigger and like broken hallways every time. So
yeah, and when you go to the basements, you might see some boiler room stuff, but that's it. Like it's the same hallways over and over with the same doors. They're not even different colors. It's a 4, man.
Let me tell you about the DOA, brother. You join this gang, you're gonna be dead or alive.
So what are you gonna give this game? Tell me what your thoughts are on how.
Well, I'm gonna talk about the positives of this game.
Okay, I'm glad you found some.
I booted it up. I like that pink logo.
Nice.
That's at least half a point for me.
Okay.
And then the music was great. So that's another half a point. We're at 1.
Okay.
And then when I died, there was music. So that's another 0.5.
Okay.
At the end of the game, there was music. So that's another 0.5. So we're at 2 right now.
We're at 2.
I enjoyed the animations of the net gun when you Spider-Man people up. Really enjoyed that.
Okay, I like that too. That was a cool idea. Again, it just wasn't utilized very often.
Enjoyed the animation where the kids were ran over your feet and you jumped up and down like you stubbed your foot on like a door or something.
Okay.
That made me laugh. So what am I at? 2.5 right now?
Yeah, something like that. We're not very good at counting.
The explosions, I like those. The first time I saw that, so that's another 0.5, so I'm a 3.
3?
Trying to think of one more thing that's positive about this game.
So you can at least try to give it a 4?
No, it would be a 3.5 if I thought of something.
Oh,
I'm giving 0.5 set for this game. I'm not giving full points.
I was thinking that you were trying to make it to 4.
The driving was fun. I like the hydraulic pistons.
They look like they're fucking everything.
Yeah, and the fucking dodgeballs. There we go.
There
4.
you go.
I made it a 4.
All right, I like it. You took the positive approach to 4, and I took the negative approach to 4.
No, that's what I like about this game. You mentioned all the negative things. I mentioned what I liked about it.
Okay, and you know what? I agree with your.
I hate how you can't see any of the main bosses fully. Like they're not around long enough. Like they're pretty cool sprites. Like a lot of them look really cool. So I went and looked at pictures of them afterwards, but you can't really see them too well during the game.
No, yeah, because you're either going to get fucked up and die before you can see them, or you're shooting them or putting them in a net before you can fully see them.
Because you're playing with pretty much 2 fucking life bars throughout half this game, so you just want to kill everything.
So you're giving it a 4? I'm giving it a 4?
Twinsies,
it's a 4 overall. Don't play this game.
No, play it and let us know about it.
I don't even want to wish that on anyone, Goobs.
Yeah. Well, it's just like wishing a circumcision on someone.
Finish Finish him.
So this is the part of the show where we can finally say goodbye to this fucking game, and
Goodbye, farewell, Avitas, and good night.
we can also say farewell to our listeners because the show is ending, and we're gonna plug our other stuff. Goobs,
The show's ending forever. We're never coming back.
This game was so bad. Secret Levels is done. we didn't even make it through Dismember before we dismembered ourselves. Okay, Goobs, tell me about your other projects that you got going on.
You can go check out the Dude Railers podcast. My wonderful wife, Jenny B, and my best friend, Ripkin. We take the train, drive it off the track every week, hopefully. Tune into that and check it out. We have past episodes. You can go listen to that. We have a whole back catalog. Have a lot of fun. And just, just chill on the train. Go insane in the membrane, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Insane in the brain.
Toby, what about you, good sir?
Well, first off, you need to plug your Instagram and Twitter handle.
Well, sorry, sir. You can follow me at Goobs, WN, GOBZ,
And then on the Instagram and the Twitter, you can find me at Toby Von Doom.
You sound like Corey from the Cretans Guild.
Go check out the Cretans Guild.
They're great peoples.
Some of them. Shade, throwing it, shade. No, they're all great.
Oh god, there's such fucking beer on my nose.
Yes. So, if you want to hear more of my impressions of Corey, you can go check out my show called
Love you, Corey.
The Secret Transmission Podcast. Actually, Bob from the Cretans Guild has one of our top 10 most downloaded episodes where he came on and talked Disney myths and legends. But we are the Secret Transmission Podcast. We discuss the paranormal, cryptozoology, UFO sightings, conspiracies, anything that's spooky with a satire outlook. And we've got a big back catalog of over 108 episodes. Go check them out. They're coming out a little slower nowadays, but we've got a good catalog that you can go listen to. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at Secret Transpod, and it's available on all the major podcasting platforms.
That sounds like both of our side projects. We got a back catalog.
I swear it's good stuff. Go listen. There will be new episodes, but go listen to the old stuff.
Definitely.
Hey, you know what? I think people should go listen to the old episodes of Secret Levels too, because
yeah, they should.
There's over 50 reviews, and you'll learn stuff. You'll
played
love,
a lot
you'll
of
laugh,
fucking games.
You'll cry.
You get hard.
You'll get so hard. But if you are getting hard listening to us, go follow us on all our social medias, Twitter and Instagram at Secret Levels Pod. We have
if you're getting super hard, you can go rate us.
Yes, go rate us.
1 to 5 stars on whatever podcasting platform you're listening on, whatever the rating system is, 1 to 10, 1 to 5. Yes. Who knows what it is?
And
but go rate your boys. Help us out a little bit.
Tell us that we're decent at best. And that's a good compliment, believe it or not. That's a fucking good compliment.
That will get us, up there. Like, we ate some fish soup and we're ready to go all night.
What? No. I don't know what that means.
I was told by some, guy who was, family with a witch doctor that if you eat some fish soup, that's better than Viagra.
I'm gonna go buy some fish soup, but let me tell you about.
We're sponsored now by Fish Chew.
Fish Chew, Papa Chew. So the show's available on all the major podcasting platforms. We have a Facebook page. We have a Facebook group. Goobs is in charge of the Discord. Tell us about the Discord.
Oh, please, everyone who's listening right now, jump into our Discord. Link is in the description below. And there's tons of great people playing tons of great games. We have random chats, and sometimes shit gets a little bit overboard down there, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's absolute fun, and Toby jumps in every once in a while to put a little bit of debauchery into the group as well.
It's
And
it's
everyone
kind of
in that group knows I fucking love them like a family member. So come join the family of the Discord of the secret levels.
it's kind of cool because it's taken on like yeah, it's supposed to be for the show, but it's kind of taken on its own little community, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. So
Yeah, we go on. We do Pokemon raids like pretty much every night of the week. Because that's what like the big thing is right now. And then we go and we play Smash Brothers every Friday night. And then we'll just like jump on and play random other games like together. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so go join the Discord again. That link is in the show notes. Go click it and join in on all the fun. And Goobs, if you wanted to support this show, how the hell would you do it?
If you wanted to support us and your lovely chests, male or female, we don't discriminate here. Go to tpublic.com/secretlevels. Put one of our shirts on one of your wonderful chests. They are designed by the one and only Toby Von Doob himself.
That's me.
They are artistic. They are sensual. They are secret levels.
Go get our Goobs Genie shirt. I can't wait till someone buys that shirt. It is our newest design of Goobs Genie. Goobs doesn't know who that is, but he's a character. Don't worry about it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. Go check it out. Like you said, tpublic.com/user/secret-levels. Yeah? Go get a shirt.
Go get a shirt, make it squirt.
Ayo!
Game over, folks. No, I did get fucked quite a few times by children and or rats.